Sugar-free tablets, artificial sweeteners. Are they really the alternatives to white refined sugar? Are they healthy? Should you be using them instead of sugar? Or is moderation really the key? What are the healthy alternatives for you? This report is going to answer some of these questions. Diet sodas, sugar-free tablets, artificial sweeteners. Do all of these give you a sense of assurance that you are staying away from sugar and that these are healthy alternatives? Well, it is not that simplistic as you think it is. Each of these artificial sources of sugar are unhealthy. Let us break this down for you. Diet soda is a go-to for people who love the taste of regular soda but can do without the sugar and calories. An average can of regular cola may contain a whopping 37 grams of sugar, and consuming too much sugar is linked to outcomes like obesity and poor heart health. So it makes sense that you may seek out a sugar-free alternative. But while drinking diet soda does help people reduce their sugar intake, this simple act can also expose a person to other ingredients that may be linked to some other health problems. The acidity in certain types of soda can lead to tooth erosion. Drinking excessive amounts of diet soda made with caramel coloring may result in teeth turning yellow. Some research suggests that artificially sweetened drinks are associated with a greater risk of obesity. If you opt for diet soda that contains caffeine, you may have trouble getting some much needed shut-eye at night. Diet soda is void of calories and sugar. Certain varieties can contain phosphorus in the form of phosphoric acid. This mineral, though important, can play a positive role in bone health, but consuming copious amounts of phosphorus can negatively impact the calcium-phosphorus ratio in your body.
When the sugar increases in the blood, that means when the blood glucose increases, then it leads to many comorbidities like obesity, diabetes, fatty liver, then risk of cancer, heart attack also increases. There are mood alteration leading to irritability, then there's sleep disorder, and many more things can happen.
So while this diet soda can be your once in a while sort of an alternative if you're having a craving for a sugary drink, this certainly isn't healthy. This is not your alternative to sodas, to regular sodas. Diet sodas have their own set of problems. So if you feel like having a nice drink, go for the old-fashioned drinks. Have water, have milk for example, also fresh fruit juices, not the ones that come in a Tetra pack. The other problem here is aspartame. Diet sodas contain this ingredient associated with anxiety. The US Food and Drug Administration approved aspartame as a sweetener in the year 1981. When consumed, aspartame becomes aspartic acid. When consumed, aspartame can have the potent effect on the central nervous system, says the study. Now this study that followed more than 1 lakh adults for about a decade is among the largest to date to identify cardiovascular health problems associated with sugar substitutes. Overall, artificial sweeteners were associated with increase in cardiovascular disease.
There have been question marks about safety of artificial sweeteners since the beginning, and there were some studies which show increased cancer with saccharin, and subsequently number of other studies have been done which show that there may be some risk. But overall, if you take artificial sweeteners in limited amount, once a day or maybe twice a day for a limited period of time, it is not going to do any harm. But recent data show that if it is taken for a prolonged period, they increase risk for heart disease as well as stroke.
So if white sugar is completely out, artificial sweeteners not your best option, what must be your alternatives then?
The best replacement of refined sugars are dates, jaggery, honey, dried fruits like dried apricot, plum, peaches, figs, and many more.
So what really should be your alternatives to white refined sugar, which clearly is something that you must avoid? Let's talk about what you can use instead of this white sugar. Number 1, organic brown sugar. Organic, then all the very better, because this is extremely healthy. Now what it does essentially is that this is processed. but it is made in the most natural way to retain most of sugarcane's nutrition, and that's the reason why this should be an alternative. Coconut or palm sugar, again extremely healthy sources of sugar, which are alternatives as well. Extracted from the flower buds of the coconut palm tree, the sugar has a mild caramel taste and can be used in a number of ways in your delicacies, also for daily consumption. Date sugar, extremely nutritious natural sweetener. Date sugar can be a great addition to your diet. This also is a good alternative. Jaggery or gur, as we know, it has got a world of benefits in terms of what it does to your body. Essentially, a lot of people have spoken about the fact that during pollution, you should be consuming a lot of gur. It's a great alternative to sugar. Also, the fact that it is rich in iron is really an added benefit and added advantage. Raw or unprocessed honey, this too is a great alternative. You can use it in various forms, like you use white refined sugar. It tastes extremely good as well.